Patterson, aka Mr. Six Wheels. Hey man, thank you so much for doing the pod.
Thank you for having me. I hope you're doing good.
Oh shoot, man, I can't complain at all and stuff, man. Yo, I hear you got a whole bunch of new projects going on. Says here a whole bunch, but at least a couple of them. Here, you have a book in making and stuff. What's going on with that?
It's got Wheelz Woods on Amazon. It's a psychological horror, kind
Hmm.
of like The Shining, where whatever you might come to like.
Oh wow. Now, how long have you been writing novels? I know you're doing music, but I didn't know you also had a hidden talent, so to speak.
I've been writing novels for about 3 or 5 years.
Oh really? Now, what
Yeah,
made you get into the horror genre?
because I love horror movies.
Oh really?
Anything but gore and demonic and zombies. Anything else I love.
What else do we have? Let me see before. Let me see. Besides gore, what are zombies? Demonic. What other horror slashers? Maybe.
Where you seen that movie Split where
Not
where,
yet.
where
I,
he kidnapped the girl talking to himself.
oh wow, no, I haven't seen that yet, but I did hear of it though.
Yeah, where I about to say that the kind of stuff I like, but you gotta look at it.
Oh, that's what's up. Now you know something. Tell people they may not know it that you, Mr. Sixwell, were the YanBar Podcast very first guest. And all of the people that we had on afterwards, in a sense, they kind of owe it to you. Because had you not accepted that first invite, who knows if I would have kept on with the podcast? I might have just said, heck with it. But anyway, you said yes, and I appreciate that so much. And on this 50th episode, which is supposed to be a big thing from what I hear from the podcast hosts and YouTube and the like, they say when you make it to 50, it's kind of like a big thing because most podcasts don't make it that far. I think they said anywhere from 3 to 8% of podcasts only make it to 50 episodes. So I guess it is a big thing. But anyway, you made that happen, and we appreciate you. So I'm glad that you're here for this 50th episode.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's to 50 more.
Yeah, man. I received that. Now check it out. You said you have some other projects going on.
Oh yeah, I got a new project called Gin on Bandcamp. Go to see Weird Bandcamp and type in Gin.
Mhm.
It's a 5 track EP.
All right. Now check this out. What type of music can we expect from you on there? Will it still be more a battle rap or be something different? Have you branched off?
Oh, it's hip hop, but boom bap, but focus on God. I'm trying to be the gospel version of Nas.
Oh wow. That's what's up. Now do you still battle rap or have you been into those?
Nah, I thought battle rap. The culture was too weird for me.
Understood. Now the thing I was curious about is battle rap still a thing? Is still going strong?
Yeah,
Or really and stuff? Are you still affiliated with the people? You still keep tabs with them?
I keep affiliated with a bunch of them, like Bucky.
Hmm. Yeah, I can say, man, I really enjoyed the battles that you had on there. It's pretty cool seeing people come up like time after time. I was gonna say week after week. I don't recall how frequent it was, but it was real cool seeing you taking on these various artists and stuff.
Yeah, appreciate your support.
Uh-huh. Now, do you plan on doing anything like that in the future, or you plan on doing primarily books now?
Primarily books and music.
Hmm. But not per se the battle rap aspect.
Nah.
Hmm. How about live performances?
Yeah, they had me. Most plays don't have wham, so it's hard for me to perform.
Mm. Now, where you stay at? Are you still in Atlanta?
Yeah,
They still have, do they have a lot of venues there, places to perform?
they had some.
Uh-oh. Are they closing them down?
I don't know. I'm a check. I'm a check though.
I see. Yeah, I mean, you could do some live performance and stuff, to get your music out there. Now, here in Albany, it's perform twice a week. And unfortunately, They closed both of those places. Hopefully, it wasn't because of me, but yeah, they don't have them anymore. So we're running out of places to perform around here. But we still got a couple that's hanging on.
Oh, they good.
Yeah, man. Now, I was just thinking about the horror books that you write. And I have a lady friend. She happens to love horror. Matter of fact, that's almost all she watches is horror movies. Oh, and Law and Order. But other than that, she loves horror movies and stuff. So me and stuff, I'm kind of used to hearing screaming all the time. It seems like these people in these horror movies, particularly ladies, they do a lot of screaming and stuff. And sometimes I'm listening, I start clapping, they heard me kill her. Yeah. Now, in your stories and stuff, do you have is it kind of like more modern, where instead of having a stereotypical strong male, you got maybe a leading lady in this book, perhaps?
Oh no, they both two guys. But
Ah.
but I'm writing part two right now, and it's for the ladies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, was this something that you recognized when you was writing the story, or maybe after the story was like perhaps an oversight, and you said, "Well, let me incorporate some women into this, perhaps."
No, cause I'm putting in a trilogy. The first one gonna be guys, the second gonna be ladies, and the third one gonna be teenagers.
Oh, wow. Now, check this out. Without giving away too much, can you tell us a little bit about the story, a synopsis, a breakdown?
Where two writers, Donald and Wade, gets a pen from Mr. Watts, and whatever order you write come to light, and whoever write the best story wins, and whoever had the worst story goes downward.
Hmm. Oh, wow. Now, when you write your stories and stuff, are you utilizing AI any? Because I'll tell you straight up, I do. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I use it for bed check.
Ah. Yeah, yeah, same thing with me. Actually, AI comes up with some really good stuff sometimes. Things on its own, but I found out that when AI writes, it loses track, and it change things on you. So you have to, rein it in to make sure it's not switching your words around, changing sentences. But I found it's very useful, just as long as you keep your eye on it and proofread everything that it comes out with.
Yeah.
Now, check this out. I noticed that, like a lot of people, when they write books, they get the idea to perhaps adapting it for film. Has that ever crossed your mind, or do you have that in your plans?
Yeah, I know a filmmaker in Florida. I might get with him. Might get with him later this month.
Oh,
I mean
really?
later this year.
Those filmmakers, what's the studio? Can you say?
Where he by himself, so he ain't got no studio.
Understood. All right. And solo and stuff. That's a good idea, man, if you can get that out there. And don't let people fool you and stuff. I know, like, you look at all these streaming services. We still need movies. I know there's like hundreds and hundreds of movies. It doesn't matter. The more the merrier. I've been checking out all the information on whether or not, how movies are going to be or whether or not people are going to need them and stuff. Yes, they do. Creatives like yourself going to be in high demand. So get those books and movies out there. People need them. They gobbling them up. Now, do you have any other projects perhaps on the horizon?
Well, I got IUS coming out my EP on Bandcamp.
Hmm.
It go be storytelling and about mental health. And then, like I said, Who Was Part 2 go come out in a few years.
Hmm.
And I got another children book on the way.
That's what's up. Now, speaking of children's book, now I don't know if it was a children's book, but I saw a book you had. And please forgive me because when you're talking to a man, I don't think you should ever use the word adorable. But the book that you wrote, I think God made me like something like that. It's adorable, man. I hate to say, but it really is. It's great and stuff. How'd you come up with that?
Oh, I came up with that because it's a positive affirmation that you should tell yourself every day. I will make better.
Hmm. And I understand like growing up and stuff, it's probably a stupid question, but did people make you feel some kind of way, or were folks pretty cool with you?
Well, in elementary and middle school, I was bullied a lot for my wheelchair. But then when I got iTunes, they thought bullying because I thought weapon about them.
You had a weapon.
I thought weapon about them. Battle weapon.
Ah, you did something.
Cause that when 8 Mile came out.
That's what I was about to say. I remember 8 Miles and how homeboy he took the supposed disadvantage and flipped it on the guy and stuff. So he's saying he did something similar.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, you know what you write and stuff, because I mean, I'm saying I was proud of you, man. I seen you doing your thing, all the folks around and stuff, and I know a lot of people and stuff, right? They don't have that kind of mess with them and stuff, man. It takes a certain person, special person, to do that type of stuff, to get out there and put yourself out there like that. And then people probably talking trash, they don't have that kind of heart. They won't do that, so pay them no mind and stuff, man. Mr. Six Wheels. Tell me something else. I noticed. Let me know if I'm getting too personal now, but I noticed on your your page it said your status, and it says that you're seeing someone, and I was just curious the possibility of there being the Peter Patterson of Little Feet soon.
Nah, that was a before they joke.
Oh, stop it, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did and stuff. Hey, check this out. Before we end this, I want to make sure that you say everything that you want to say, that we didn't miss anything that perhaps you wanted to cover. And I think, as you recall, before we end, I'd like for you to give some kind of parting words, words of advice, or something that's just on your mind, something you think people need to hear.
God is dope. Make sure you love yourself and be easy.
Those are great words. And thank you so much. Now, you sure there was nothing else that you wanted to cover?
No, think of.
I know. But here's the
I see you got that guitar over there you been playing.
Yeah, man. You know what? A cool story about the guitar. I found a plaster hand. It's a guitar. The thumb was the neck and the body, and then somebody put fingers on it. And I found it outside one trash night, so I brought it home and was trying to play it, but it was so unwieldy. All I could do was like get one finger, on it like that, but wound up making a song. So, oh shoot, I said, what if I get a real guitar? See what happens. So I went and got the guitar and started playing it. Now, here's another thing. There's an elderly lady. So I don't mean to make this about me. There's an elderly lady I know. She passed away, but she loves Bonanza. Just watch it every single day. And so I said, well, let me learn how to play Bonanza for her. And so I would learn to go up there and play for her. Terribly, though, but I would try to do my best to play it for her and stuff. And so now to this day, I still play Bonanza because of her. And I love it and stuff. So every time I play it, I think of her. But I probably wouldn't have been playing had it not been finding that hand, right? Learning that crazy song, trying to play it. And then the lady trying to learn how to play Bonanza on it. Of all the songs in the world, I can play Bonanza.
That good though. That's a good though.
I think so and stuff, yeah. Now, how about you and stuff? Play anything? Like perhaps flute, bongos, or anything like that? Piano?
I don't play anything but FL Studio.
Hey, now that's a great DAW, the same one I use. Have you tried other ones?
Well, I make beats on FL, man, but I record in Ableton
Oh, really? How come?
because uh, FL you can't really record your vocals. It got a bad interface, so I like Ableton better.
Ah, and you're probably more familiar with it and how to record with it, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they say about these apps. Like when it comes to editing videos, I use Power Director, but they have other ones that are way better. But the thing about Power Director, I know how to use it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So that's why. And the same thing with FL Studios. I could have tried other apps, and I did, but it always went back to FL because I know how to use it. I don't know if you're having the same situation with you.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, and you know what? It makes sense though. I mean, why would you spend time struggling trying to use another app may not be getting good results when you can use something that's familiar? And matter of fact, how long you been using FL Studios? I started with three.
Probably 12, 15 years, I don't know.
Yeah, let me see, at least seven. Something like that. You started with at least seven. Was that the first one you had? First version?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that was at least seven and stuff. Actually, FL Studio 7 was one of my favorite ones. 7 and 10, I think I liked a lot. And then what happened, I kind of stuck with 10 for a while. And then finally, when I got right with FL Studios and stuff, I got version 20 something. Mm-mm.
The last one I threw with the 12.
Ah.
You know, they had 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ain't know that.
Oh, man. If I'm not mistaken, they're up to 25.
Oh,
I don't even know if I can check. I don't want to mess up nothing. But yeah, I think we're up to 25 now. Yeah, that's what I think it is. FL Studios 25. Yeah.
they de-
And you know
they
what's
definitely they definitely getting that money.
yo, you know what? That's true. But you know what's cool about FL Studios? And I don't mind saying it because these people already know. Um, We used to get the pirated stuff back in the days. I don't know if you know anything about that. But anyway, FL Studios, they knew about it. They knew everybody and their mom had a pirated bootleg version of FL Studios, and they didn't care. What they did and stuff, right? When people finally purchased, a version of them, they took that old bootleg copy you had and made it legit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And the other thing about FL Studios, you get the brand new version for free for life.
yeah,
And that's what I love about them and stuff. Like I was saying, they don't seem like they too money hungry. I'm sure they're trying to get their paper, but it don't seem like they like everybody trying to nickel and dime you everywhere and stuff. And that's what I loved about FL Studios. And one of the reasons why I stayed with them, out of loyalty and stuff. Like I said, they could have caused trouble for a lot of people, but they didn't do that. They let people do their thing just as long as you're using the program. And I guess they figured eventually you get right and stuff and get the program. I guess.
yeah.
Well, I guess we could end this podcast. Sure, nothing else that you want to talk about.
I don't know. Nothing I think of.
That's okay. But check this out, man. You know you're more than welcome to come back to the pod anytime you get ready. Just let me know and stuff. Now, one thing I told you before, I try to, stagger out the guests and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I told you that before. And I tell everybody that I try to stagger out because, people see the same folks every time. They might feel some kind of way. Personally, I don't care. I'll talk to you every day and stuff. But, like I said, fans, they may have other things in mind. But you, more than welcome to come anytime you want to. Talk about anything you want to talk about. Matter of fact, we should just stare at each other if you want to. I don't care. It's all good with me. It's all good with me, Mr. Six Wheels, man. And once again, I appreciate you. Sure, nothing else you want to say, everybody?
Nah, just be easy, got it dope, and love yourself.
That's what's up. Everybody, parting is such sweet sorrow. Be sure to check out our previous YanBar Podcast guests. And always remember that the YanBar Podcast is a place where you make it happen. Once again, I'm here with Mr. Six Wheels. This was our very first guest we ever had. And he's here with us, celebrating Big 50 for us. Mr. Six Wheels, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, you're most welcome, man.